So we're gonna add health to our player as well. Okay. To make simple is simple, I'm gonna create another script and gonna attach to this player. Okay, we are going to create player health script. Okay, player health script, we're going to create player health script. New click on that and create an add. Okay, so we're gonna create uh, player health script. Okay, so it will open up in Visual Studio. It will compile for a bit. uh, we created a player health script to make it simpler to understand. Okay, uh, so it's gonna open up in Visual Studio. Just wait for completing it. We If we're gonna take damage if enemy shoots bullet to the ship or the player. Okay, player will take damage. Okay, so we're gonna use on trigger enter function 2D, 2D. Okay, because we set enemy bullet to is trigger to true. Okay, we're gonna use on trigger enter function 2D to take damage. So I think it's open now. Yes, it's open. So what we're gonna delete all of this, and we are gonna create on trigger enter. Okay, or trigger enter 2D. These functions, as you know, when something trigger. Okay, so if I go back to Unity, I will explain little. If enemy shoot out bullet to us, so bullet will trigger with player. Okay, so it's still complaining because okay, so if I head back to Unity. Okay, head back to Unity. So if I go to prefabs, if I open up the player. Okay, if this bullet trigger with player means collide with player. Okay, this function will call. Okay, this function will call. Okay, this function will call. So what we gonna do, we gonna do delete. I'm gonna just delete from scene now. Okay, delete from scene now. I'm going to create another function. Firstly, we're gonna set player max health. Okay, we're gonna set player max health. uh, so we need to do public. Okay, public int, we will call max health. Okay, max health. By default we going to set it to like 5 means it will have 5 life. Okay, whenever this function trigger. Okay, whenever this function trigger, we will subtract from this. We will subtract from 1 uh, from max health. Okay, so we're gonna create another script. We will call that public. Okay, public void. Okay, public void, we will call it take damage. Okay, take damage. Okay, we're gonna pass integer. Oh, int, we will call it damage. Okay, we later on we're gonna replace this with the number. Okay, we later on we will replace this the number. Okay, so what we're gonna do, so we're gonna subtract. Okay, max health. So we have to write max health minus equal. Okay, minus equal damage. Okay, so minus equal damage. Okay, minus equal damage, and we also need to call this function. So we will call this function over here. Okay, if this so if control S on your keyboard to save this and head back to Unity. Okay, control S and head back to Unity, I will explain. So if we trigger with enemy bullet. Okay, if the player collide with enemy bullet, we will call this function. Okay, we will call this function, and this function, what this function will do, it will subtract a little amount from the max health. Okay, it will subtract little amount from the max health. And when this reach when max health reach 0, we're gonna destroy the player game object, or we will we will spawn a game over end screen. Okay, so if I head back to Unity, you will able to see that. Okay, so if I so select that enemy bullet, this is untagged, we're gonna tag this as enemy bullet, so we will know that. So we're gonna so we will call enemy, okay, sorry, enemy bullet, enemy bullet, save it. Okay, head back to that prefab again, enemy bullet. Okay, and tag that to enemy bullet. Now this has tag enemy bullets. So what we're gonna do is go to ship or player script. Okay, player health script, open that up, open that up, open that up. So this function calls when something trigger. Okay, something collide with player. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna check if other, okay, other dot tag, other dot tag is equals to enemy bullet. Okay, enemy bullet, enemy bullet. So so what we are doing, we are checking if the game object has tag enemy bullet. Okay, whatever we colliding with, if that game object has enemy bullet tag, then we gonna call this function. We will call this function to make sure. First we gonna print out a message. We will call debug dot log. We will call this player takes damage. Okay, player takes damage, we will call this player takes damage, and close that off by semicolon. Okay, so, and head back to Unity, you will able to see that. Okay, whenever play enemy shoot out the bullet, enemy bullet, the player will know. Okay, so also you have to go to overrides and apply all to save it in prefab as well. Okay, so if I now play, you will able to see that. If I now play, you will able to see that, you will able to see it get shoot. As you can see, player takes damage. Okay, player takes damage. So we, instead of printing out the message, we what we gonna do, we're gonna do also. If I go to player script, okay, over here also a true on trigger inter function here. So we're gonna delete this one. Okay, but we gonna delete this line over here, and we're gonna stay to player health. Okay, so what we triggering with and printing out this message. Instead of printing out this message, what we're gonna do, we're gonna call this function. Okay, take damage function. And take the damage function, what take damage function will do, it will subtract. Okay, subtract by 1 unit. We're gonna replace this damage by 1, by the way. So let's suppose max health is 5. 5 minus 1, which becomes 4. If we call again, then max health 4 minus 1. If we call again, this will be 3 2 1, and then and eventually it will go 0. Okay, so then we will end, we will say game over, or end, we will pop up a game over screen. Okay, so we need to call that function instead of printing out that. So we will call take damage. Okay, take damage, as an argument we will pass 1 2 whatever you can do. If we passing 1, that means we are subtracting 1. If we put over here 2, then that's mean we will subtract 2. So 5 minus 2 becomes 3. Okay, we are putting 1, so this is 5. 5 minus 1, which is 4. 4. Okay, if I call this again, so for this was like 4 minus 1, which becomes 3, and eventually it will go to 0. So to check that, okay, so to check that, we also can let's do it on here. if we check if max health, okay, max health is lesser than or equal to 0, okay, 0, if this is the case, means max health is 0, okay, what we will do, debug.log, okay, debug.log, we will say game over or player get destroy, game over, okay, game over or player get destroy, okay, player get destroy, player get destroy. So we are calling this function over here, control s on your keyboard and to save this, okay. We also don't need this two namespaces, we only need the using unity engine space, and then head back to unity. You will able to see that, okay, if we take, if the enemy bullet collide with our player, that on trigger inter function will call, and trigger inter function take damage function will call there, okay. Now play, over here you can see the max health slot. As you can see, we set max health a 5. So if I get collide with enemy bullet, as you can see, it becomes 3, 2, and then 1, and then you can see game over or player get destroyed message popping out. So if I just open that up once more, so instead of showing the max health on the inspector, we're gonna show it uh, on the top corner of the screen, okay, top left corner, okay, top left corner, we're gonna set, okay. So this is what happening. Firstly, this function calling whenever something trigger, and the object has enemy tag, whatever we trigger it with, okay, and that game object has enemy bullet tag, then we are calling the take damage function, okay, take damage function. And over here take damage function, we are subtracting damage, okay, subtracting one damage amount from that. So let us say this is 5, 5 minus 1 becomes 4, and we are again calling whenever collision happen, we again calling this. So 4 minus 1 becomes 3, then 3 minus 1 became 2, 2 minus 1 became 1, 1 minus 1 becomes 0, and if this becomes 0, if max health is lesser than or equal to 0, we are printing out this message. This is what we are doing, okay. So instead of showing that max health, we're gonna show it on the top corner, okay, top left corner. What we gonna do, we need to create canvas for that, okay, we need to create canvas for that, okay, we need to create canvas for that. To do so, just right click on the hierarchy UI and go to canvas, okay, go to canvas, and over here canvas is scalar, okay. In the inspector canvas is scalar, select the scale with screen size, okay, scale with screen size, and make this like 1920 by 1080, okay, 1920 by 1080, okay, that's cool, that's okay. And now what we gonna do, this is can if select the canvas, if to focus on, and here we're gonna adjust the text. To do so, right click on the canvas, go to UI, and then legacy, okay. If you are using old unity version, you will get the text element over here. In the newer version, we have to go to legacy and then text, okay, and then text. Select the rect tool over here, okay, rect tool over here, and hold down all on your keyboard. So it will stretch from the center, okay. Over here you can see the font size, you can scale it up, like I'm going to 100, okay, 100, and you can set the alignment to center, this like center, okay, center, and then you can also choose the color. So I'm just going to pick the uh, white one, okay, white one, and then uh, I'm going to make it little little you have to hold down and left button, okay, left mouse button, okay, and select that game object text element, okay, go to rect transform, hold down all, click this one, okay, click this one, and hold down all, select the top left corner, okay, so it will resize around screen, okay, resize around screen. We will call this player health. What we gonna player health, okay, player health, sorry, health, player health. We have to make it little smaller. We make it 50 font size, okay, 50. We will call it player. In the alignment, select this one to the left one, okay, player health. So and drag it little here, okay, player health, and font style to select bold, okay. You can choose any font. I don't have font. You can drag font from Google as well, you can do, okay. So we will name this one to player health, okay, player health, player health, player health, okay, player health. And duplicate this, okay, duplicate or control D to duplicate, okay, control D to duplicate this will be our uh, player amount, health amount, okay. We will call this health, we will call this health, okay. Set this to 0, okay, set this to 0 and alignment to center, okay, center. Also select the first one, make it size over here. Now it's good. And select the health over here, drag it, to here, over here you can see. Now it's good. I think the size of the health text is too small, so to increase that, go to font size, okay, increase that, okay, increase that. You can increase that, okay. As you can see, it's looking good, okay. Let's make that 100, okay, let's make that 100. So what we need over here, if I go to shift, okay, shift, and we have this player health script, okay. What we gonna do, we gonna we need, firstly we need reference of this text. We, let's say 5, our health is 5, okay, our health is 5. We can down, we can go to 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, then 0, okay. So what we gonna do, we need this text element, okay, we need this reference. To get that, we need to go to player health script, okay, player health script. On the top we have to write public, okay, public text, okay, public text, okay. Also you have to use using unity engine dot ui namespace, else you won't able to get this text, okay. Text we will call health, okay, health txt, and short for health text, okay. So what we gonna do, we gonna say we have this, okay, control s on your keyboard, okay, control s on your keyboard, and head back to unity. You will able to see an empty text field, okay, empty slot of text. So we can drag that slot there, okay. Then we will have the reference of that. So wait for compiling it, just wait for compiling it, you will able to see that, okay. As you can see over here, an empty slot says none, so we need to drag the health, this health. So what we can do, select the shift and drag the health there, okay. Now we have reference of that health text, this health text we have reference. Now we can say, we gonna say health text, okay, health txt dot text, okay, dot text equal to our max health, okay, max health. What we are doing, what we are max health is our 5, right, 5. So this health text will be, this health text will be 5. So we are setting directly to max health, okay. And we need to convert it to string, okay. To do so, 2 string, you have to write this 2 string. So our max health is 5, so this health text will be 5. So Control S on your keyboard and head back to Unity. Head back to Unity. You will able to see this when the game we will play, it will be 5 because we set it directly to our max health text dot text equal to our max health, which is 5. So max this text will be 5. Okay, so as you can see, this is 5. So if I take damage, this becomes 4. Okay, this becomes 4, and this becomes 3, and then for 2, and then 1, and then if we take one more, okay, as you can see, console printing out game over or player get destroyed. So that's it for this video. In the next video we will cover the to replay the game. Okay, this is for now, and thanks for watching. If you are new to my channel, then subscribe for more videos about game development. Okay, and if you like it, then share the video. Okay, and lastly, thanks for watching.